kanal 2 kan vi få en bärgare till Rannebergsväg. Det är långtradare som har gått till vänster. Kom.
For the last 10 years or so, Volvo and EKÅ have worked together, producing a program of versatile and very efficient recovery trucks. Volvo have several chassis which are ideal for this type of work, and EKÅ is an internationally known specialist in the manufacture of recovery equipment. This film shows a variety of recovery trucks, all of which are based on the same fundamental idea. Notice that the entire recovery work can be carried out by a single operator. Experience has shown that it takes only about half as long to learn to operate this type of recovery unit compared with the conventional type. The vehicles are anchoring by means of a system of hydraulic support stiff legs. This means there's no need for additional anchoring points. As this isn't necessary, the driver can always choose the most ideal pulling angle for each operation. The main boom can be lifted and lowered, and its reach is fully adjustable. Fully extended, it can be used as a crane together with the main winch. The winch equipment is fully hydraulic. The main winch can be complemented with an extra winch, which is fitted to the upper section of the main boom. There's the option of another winch mounted on the front of the vehicle. All of the winches can be released, enabling the winching cables to be pulled out quickly by hand. The main winch has a static 34-ton pulling capacity. It's mounted on the hydraulic fluid tank adjacent to the boom mounting point. Winching speed is 20 meters per minute up to loads of 5 tons. In case of higher loads, the speed is automatically changed to 2 meters per minute. The support stiff legs can be individually controlled. For example, if it's necessary to apply the pull at an oblique angle to the recovery vehicle, this can be compensated for by means of the support stiff leg on the side in question. The cab of the normal control trucks has accommodation for 2 passengers. EKÅ recovery vehicles are advanced special vehicles built on extremely strong and well-tested Volvo chassis. The most common recovery vehicles are based on the Volvo N7, N10 and F88 models. But there are, of course, other Volvo models which can be equipped with recovery superstructures. The front-mounted winch can be operated from either inside or outside the cab. In the case of heavy loads, for safety reasons, it's advisable to operate the winch from inside the cab. If the wrecker itself gets stuck, the front-mounted winch can be used parallel with the wheels for self-recovery. The heavy-duty main boom is ideally placed to give good on-road balance when the vehicle is being driven. And it also makes full utilization of the counterweight action of the vehicle when lifting. A comprehensive range of accessories is carried in storage lockers. These include a fork unit for lifting and towing with the main boom. The support stiff legs and winches, as well as the reach, lifting and folding of the boom, are controlled hydraulically. All lockers in the vehicle have built-in lighting. An external power point is also provided, and there's a special electric point for emergency lighting. A remote control unit can also be used for operating the recovery vehicle. The control cable is approximately 20 meters long. For lifting and towing lighter vehicles, a towing grid can be fitted to the extendable boom. In this case, the front wheels of the vehicle are attached to the grid by means of tyre clamps. An adapter for a kingpin can also be mounted on the boom, allowing the recovery unit to tow a semi-trailer. The necessary electrical and air connections for hauling trailers are provided. The job here is to get this tanker back on the road. There appears to be little damage, and the tanker is probably operational, but it cannot reach the road by itself. With the optional radio control unit, the hydraulic system can be controlled from a distance of up to 150 meters. This means that the operator can watch each movement of the vehicle being recovered, with fingertip control of the recovery unit at the same time. This is a typical situation in which the recovery unit, thanks to its low profile, is entirely superior to a mobile crane. A high crane would risk coming into contact with the overhead wires, which are carrying high voltages. The job here calls for lifting the tram back onto the tracks. Being only 8.5 tons, this load is well within the capacity of the vehicle, which can lift up to 22 tons, with the boom in its best lifting position. Derailed railway wagons could be handled just as easily. Despite the relatively long wheelbase, the turning circle is only 17 meters. There are built-in safety valves for all functions, as well as an emergency valve for the main boom hoses. The first truck we saw was based on a Volvo N7 5-meter wheelbase chassis. It has a turbocharged diesel with an output of 155 kilowatts. All of these recovery units have inline 6-cylinder direct injected diesels. The gearbox has 8 speeds and a hub reduction rear axle is fitted. The Volvo N10 is similar to look at, but it has a more powerful engine with an output of 190 kilowatts. It has an 8-speed gearbox and can be specified with a torque amplifier, which gives extra smooth operation and a considerable boost to initial starting effort. Both of these trucks have differential locks. In many civilian, and above all military jobs, the recovery unit must make its way across country to reach the breakdown. The all-wheel drive F-88 is ideal for this kind of job. Like the other trucks of the recovery program, much of the immense tractive strength of the vehicle depends on the hub reduction rear axle. Another feature N and F trucks have in common is the impact-tested safety cab, which has a roof hatch as standard. Both left-hand drive and right-hand drive models are available. recovery capacity can be increased by specifying a six-wheeler version with a tandem drive bogie. We've seen two versions of the Volvo F88. First, the 4x4, and then the 6x4. Both share the N10 engine. In this case, the winch does double service. First, it's used to haul the wrecked tractor out of a difficult situation. Now, together with the boom, it's used as a crane to lift the tractor onto a transporter. The lifting capacity is 10 tons, and a boom support is placed under the boom. This arrangement can be used for many types of lifting, such as when loading or unloading containers, or to remove a heavy vehicle engine. The lifting capacity of the main boom varies according to its angle and reach. We'd like to show you three examples with the boom retracted. In this position, the truck can manage its maximum 21.8 tons. It's the wheelbase and weight of the truck which take the strain. If the boom was loaded still further, the front of the recovery unit would lift. In this midway position, there's a lifting capacity of 10.3 tons. This is also the capacity if the boom support is placed under the boom, and it's used as a crane together with the winch. In its top position, the boom is only used as a crane. For very heavy lifts, the boom support must be fitted. We've made this film to show you the versatility of our recovery units, which, with a minimum of equipment, can carry out a wide variety of recovery, lifting, and towing work. Should you require more information about these products, please get in touch with your local Volvo or EKÅ dealer. They are always willing to assist.
EKÅ Wrecker specializes in the design and manufacture of versatile and efficient recovery vehicles and equipment. EKÅ Wrecker recovery units can be mounted on almost any chassis with a power takeoff, bogie, or single rear axle. This lets the customer choose the chassis most suitable to his particular operations and budget. The fronts of EKÅ Wrecker trucks are many and various, but their rears are always the same. Like every other precision-engineered machine, EKÅ Wrecker recovery units started on the drawing board. Today, EKÅ engineers are continually striving to develop new techniques to simplify recovery work yet further and make EKÅ Wrecker recovery units compatible with even more and newer chassis. EKÅ Wrecker manufactures a wide range of recovery vehicles and equipment. Here, EKÅ heavy-duty System D recovery units are being made. A good idea and the combination of skilled craftsmen and modern technology ensure a high degree of precision and quality. Quality that's reflected in long service life and a minimum of maintenance and repairs. EKÅ Wrecker makes a variety of hydraulically powered winches with pulling capacities from 6 to 35 metric tons on a single cable. These winches are used not only on recovery units, but also on ships, on mobile cranes, and in railway switch yards. Thanks to their intelligent design, the use of cast iron and special alloys in their manufacture, and of course, modern technology and skilled craftsmen, EKÅ winches are compact and rugged. In the final assembly hall, the hydraulic, pneumatic, and electrical systems are mounted. The components of the recovery unit are mounted onto the chassis of the customer's choice, an arrangement that gives the customer a wide variety of chassis manufacturers and models to choose from. Another System D recovery vehicle is now ready to be painted and delivered. The EKÅ System D recovery vehicle is a heavy-duty recovery unit featuring modern technology, high quality, and wide versatility. The heart of each EKÅ recovery vehicle is its winches. All EKÅ winches can be released, which allows the cable to be pulled out by hand. Here, the operator is using the optional radio remote control, which can activate all the hydraulic functions from a distance of up to 150 meters. Cable remote control is also available, with a cable length of 20 meters. The winch has a pulling capacity of 35 metric tons. Also available are a second winch and a front-mounted winch. The remote control allows the operator to stand in a safe place and supervise recovery at all times with fingertip control. The winching speed is 20 meters per minute for loads up to 5 metric tons. For heavier loads, the speed is automatically reduced to 2 meters per minute. All hydraulic functions have built-in safety valves. And another successful recovery has been carried out. Here, the winch is filling a double function. First, it's being used to haul the tractor onto the road. Then, with the main boom, it's used as a crane to lift the tractor onto the trailer. This arrangement has a wide variety of uses, not only for lifting containers, removing heavy engines, and recovering vehicles where hauling is not possible, but also in all cases where vertical lifting is necessary. The main boom incorporates a folding boom for supported towing. Experience has shown that it takes about half as long to learn to operate this type of recovery vehicle as it does other types. The EKÅ Wrecker system eliminates the need for chains and belts, which can cause damage to bumpers, grills, and spoilers. The vehicle is lifted from underneath on a strong part of the chassis. With most modern vehicles having hydraulic steering, towing with a rigid bar is not possible. Here, only supported towing can be used. EKÅ recovery units' supported towing feature, it's possible to tow loads weighing up to 50 metric tons dead weight and maintain full maneuverability, including backing, for those tight or awkward spaces recovery vehicles can often find themselves having to work in. And to facilitate supported towing, EKÅ Wrecker has devised a lifting system that reduces the operator's workload. Instead of several different-sized lifting bars, this system has only one lifting bar, whose two forks are adjustable throughout the length of the bar. Lifting grids for cars and light vans are also incorporated into this system, and this too reduces the workload for the operator. With the lifting grids, vehicles can be towed from the front or the rear. And again, there's no damage done to the vehicle being towed. The EKÅ System D recovery vehicle is fitted with stiff leg spades. They make the vehicle completely independent of external anchoring points in the surrounding terrain during wind sheets. The stiff leg spades can be raised and lowered individually, allowing the operator to choose the ideal pulling angle for each operation. The System D vehicle can be fitted with a compressed air hose and pneumatic outlet. The pneumatic outlet is used when trucks and trailers with maxi brakes are towed. The compressor can be used for inflating tires or, as here, for powering an air tool. A comprehensive range of equipment is carried in the stowage lockers. There are 6 of these stowage lockers in all, each with its own built-in lighting. EKÅ Wrecker makes a variety of recovery vehicles, from the small MAC 1000 model, for light recovery work, to the heavy-duty System D models. Here are just a few of the models used by the EKÅ, Sweden's largest recovery service. EKÅ has a fleet of over 200 EKÅ Wrecker recovery vehicles. EKÅ Wrecker recovery vehicles have endured not only the Arctic climate of Scandinavia, but also the heat of the deserts and tropics of practically the whole world. EKÅ Wrecker recovery vehicles are in operation in such countries as Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, the USSR, Hong Kong, Canada, the USA, Peru, Australia, Zambia, and Nigeria. EKÅ Wrecker deliveries to date include over 30 countries throughout the continents of the world. In other words, somewhere in the world, the sun is always shining on EKÅ Wrecker vehicles. As you've seen, the chassis and cabs of EKÅ Wrecker vehicles are many and varied, but their rears are always the same. An EKÅ Wrecker product.